Well, maybe I should start. Ward 12 Precinct 8. I appointed a supervising judge who had 6 years experience, 4 years as a supervising judge, 2 years experience as election board worker. In the original newsletter that we sent out to the board workers, we mentioned the consolidation of voting places and keeping track of ballots. We expect everybody to know their wards and precincts that they will be serving at the new voting location. Election day started fairly normally. That morning at 9:50, we received a telephone call from Light of the World. The telephone call listed a couple of items, but one was that a voter believed that he was in the 56th representative district and had been given and voted a ballot in the 52nd representative district. We believed we had a single incident, and we went on from there. We heard from no other voters. We did not hear any other complaints. That was the phone call from the location at 9:50 in the morning near Fairlawn. And so I drove back past Light of the World and decided I would stop in there too, and it was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I walked in, and that particular location seemed very disorganized in the way it was set up and the way that they were carrying out our instructions. But I decided I would watch for a little bit, and I did not see the supervising judge pulling ballots from a separate style or a separate stack, but she had all of her ballots already in a secrecy sleeve, so you couldn't tell what style she was handing out. So when there was a little bit of a lull in voters, I asked her, how can you tell what is your organization here on handing out the ballots? In which case she informed me, well, she just decided to use one of the styles. And I looked over her table, and she did not have the 12-8 style out once we could look into the secrecy sleeves. So at that point, I made them all stop and follow the process that I had taught them. I checked in the poll book. 315 numbers had already been used in that poll book. I still had a hard time believing that had gone on all day. For one thing, she was handing out all 12-9, and the issue in the morning had been the opposite. It was somebody who should have received a 12-9 ballot, but they had gotten a 12-8 ballot. Came back to the voting place and relieved the supervising judge of her position, and I swore in the new supervising judge as the supervising judge. And then we tried to figure out how much damage could be done on this. And